this fucking funny story before. I went to the toilet, right, and I locked the door. That's
I was like, now I know how you.
Yeah.
I know
you're like,
how you feel.
Yeah, and yeah,
I actually wasn't.
right. So like,
I thought you were actually doing it.
the lock started horizontal, and it turned vertical.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So then what else happened? That's it?
Nothing. That's it. Yeah. All right.
I literally was like,
Yeah. That's what it feels like to listen to your story.
I'm so sorry, God. I'm so sorry to the
I
listeners.
found
That's
50
happened a couple
bucks.
times on this.
I found
fucking
$50.
podcast. Welcome, my fellow
Cunts.
cunts.
Excuse the French or Australian, whichever way you prefer.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Sarah's still confused as to what's going on over here. I think that's maybe the 1 or 2 hours sleep she's had. Yeah. You're in the BJ show podcast right now.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
That BJ show.
Yeah, there's a baby just down there.
Oh.
Don't step on it
Oh,
unless you're pumping it up. Right. So,
And
Yeah.
this is a wild card
That was
5. All right. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of this.
Sorry,
This is
I'm
legit.
laughing.
Yeah.
No, this is legit. All
Yeah.
staying in because
That was dark, Ben.
this
That was very dark, man.
was it.
You
I
said
don't
unless
know.
you're pumping it.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
I wasn't going to pretend like he didn't say that. Sorry.
it's all right. Wildcard episode number 5.
I just think we just continue going on as if nothing ever happened.
Are you sleep deprived at the moment?
Can you see my eyes right now?
I can. Looks like you've had an 8-ball.
I actually have not
Yeah.
had drugs. This
No?
is
Just
this
coffee?
Is called coffee and no sleep. It's a different drug of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because okay. So for anyone who can't see, Sarah is with baby.
Sarah. Yeah, my eyes are over here.
Eyes down here. Yeah, exactly.
There's cameras. Yeah.
Well, where are we?
Have I pissed myself again? I don't know.
Speaking, by the way, now that Sarah, you're on the show again. Which, by the way, if you don't know who Sarah is, Sarah Gail, just coaching extraordinaire, went overseas. Yep, love it. Awesome. Go back to episode.
Wasn't it like 5 or 6? Or
think-
it was early
I
on.
think it was 6.
Yeah, it was super early.
I feel a little bit special.
I have a feeling
now.
it was
Episode
around
6, I think.
Yeah,
It was
right.
around March or something.
Yeah,
I was
from memory.
pregnant.
Yeah.
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 yeah,
I
yeah.
was-
February or March, I have a feeling, mate.
Oh, yeah, I think I was only like 15, 16 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
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 Yep. And a little callback. You haven't seen all of this stuff. Oh, you did see some of it,
But
I
not
think.
like this.
Mm.
But yeah, so we've got what is it? We have Garbe Heights. What else do we get?
Was it thrush cream? Whose was the thrush
that was
cream?
me.
That was
Yeah,
you?
that was
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thrush cream.
Yeah.
So that's
It's
up there
up-
with
it's
the
up there.
toothbrush.
Yeah.
Stop it.
in the toothbrush holder.
So you're
It's
welcome.
the used one too, if you're
Yeah.
wondering.
It wasn't a good smell, so that's why you gave it to the set. You wanted the cherry blossom fragrance. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. Anyway, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
This is
guys.
exactly what we talk. See now the thing is right. This is a family environment. Obviously, baby's here, so we're going to swear a lot. Yeah, you just take that Christmas hat off. It is pretty hot, not going to lie. You're wearing. Oh, by the way, quick disclaimer.
Fuck, here we go. She can't even put the headphones on.
It's fine. It's fine. This is a wildcard episode, as we've said, I think 5 times already.
Yeah, anything goes.
Anything goes. And look, if she picks up baby, that is completely fine. We're just going to keep rolling. This is going to be as raw as
Is everyone okay with me
I'm not gonna continue
breastfeeding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. There is no discriminatory here.
Yeah, we're not paying you extra for that either, by the way.
Yes, and we're not paying extra for anything else either.
Oh,
But
look.
the other thing is, and that was not a sexual reference, by the way. I was going to say,
Someone's getting cancelled.
fuck,
You've been reported.
legit 1 year, 1 year, and we get cancelled. Fuck, imagine that. That would actually be really sad. All that effort. Anyway, we are not sponsored by Peter Alexander, even though we have literally boxes, bag.
Baby.
Pajamas. Jesus. I just,
Wow, what am I?
oh my God.
Yeah, bag.
Oh.
You
I'm
say
so
bag
no,
and
no,
Sarah's
no.
eyes go, where? I need another hit.
Oh, no.
I'm tired, motherfucker. Give me that bag.
Mila's eyes just lit up.
Yeah. She knows how she was conceived. Yeah.
This is going to be such a
A bit
dark
of the
episode.
Mexican cocaine rubbed
I'm
on those little
100%
bits.
getting reported to child services.
Yeah. No. Jesus Christ. All right.
All right.
And we continue on.
So the idea with the wildcard episodes is a lot of our
Yes.
followers and fans and everything will send us in emails or DMs, just random shit they want us to get opinions on and stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't usually fit in our more serious episodes.
This is not a serious episode.
This is not a serious
No,
episode.
I don't plan on getting coaching
No.
clients from this. Plan on losing
Well,
some.
you never know. So I do have on some of our BJ show government issued papers right here with our logo some of the questions that people have sent in.
Yeah, let's get straight into
Shall we
it.
get into it? So let us have a sip of my Pepsi Max.
Love that.
Right, this one's from
That was
Alex.
loud.
Some of these people I don't know either, by the way, so they're not all people that are known to the show. So there's a couple of people that have sent in with similar names as past guests, so none of them have any correlation, but yeah, not that that's any of important to anything, but yeah, cool. Here we go.
No.
Alrighty, so this one's from Alex. One for the wildcard, Benny. I want to know the pettiest thing you or someone you know has done when finishing up at a workplace that you hated working at. About 7 years ago, I was finishing up in an office job down in Sydney that, for the most of it, I loathed despite meeting my now wife when I was working there. The tip of the iceberg for my absolute disdain for this place was that my food was always going missing from the staff fridge. And although I don't know which one of them it was personally, quite frankly, all the 7 team members were nothing but arrogant and selfish human beings. Ooh, sounds like a toxic workplace. Mm-hmm. My last day there, I wanted to leave amicably, but I also wanted to unleash years of pent-up rage at these horrible, rude people. So my contribution to the going away morning tea saw me, the night before, chewing up a heap of Jats biscuits, spitting them back into a bowl, adding in some herbs and spices and spreading my homemade paste back onto another Jats biscuit and watching each and every one of them devouring them the next morning in front of my eyes. Like a weird pate sort of thing.
I'm getting like...
Right?
That's
That's fucking
You
disgusting.
know that like chunky dip?
Yeah, like with real food in it.
Mate, I'm never eating anything from a staff room again.
I know, right? So Alex wants to know, well, he says, still to this day, those fuckheads have no idea they were eating the contents of my mouth. I won.
Oh,
Anything to
no.
match this story. I think that takes the cake personally for anything I've done. Like I know
Yeah.
people who have keyed company cars and,
Really?
sabotaged. I know someone who
Yeah.
worked for an IT company that deleted a heap of important files of computers just to really fuck with them.
Can I have a list of these names? Because I'm actually a business owner. So
Oh, really?
I want to make sure I don't hire these people.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's down in Sydney, maybe.
I'm sure they deserved it though, right?
Yeah.
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 That's not a bad revenge. I mean, just think about it.
That's pretty
Just think
funny.
about spewing back used Jats biscuits with like a bit of oregano or something
Look, it could be worse. It could be fecal matter,
on the
Yeah.
biscuits.
It could be worse.
with some cocoa mixed in.
Yeah.
Get your
Like a chopped
chocolate mousse.
coconut. Like a chopped coconut paste.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, but do you have any bad stories of like
Well,
when you left the workplace?
No, but there's one thing that I did to a staff member by accident, and we were at a staff lunch, right? And probably going to get judged here. I used my napkin to blow my nose, all right?
Yeah.
I put the napkin back down. My staff member, one of my good workmates, he picked up my napkin and and you know when you're laughing so hard you can't actually tell the I was like, and he literally he was like, he went to the bar, he's like, when I told him. He went to the bathroom, wiped his whole face. And still to this day, I give him shit for it. I'm like, yeah, remember that time you used my napkin with snot on it?
Was it the stuff that, like, if you slowly peeled the napkin open, it sticks together like Spider-Man's webbing?
It was Frank, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
Fucking hell. Yeah, no.
There was phlegm.
There was phlegm.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was chunks.
Yeah. So,
Holy shit.
A little bit different. I didn't, my intention was not for him to wipe, but and then whenever I sat next to him he's like, keep your fucking serviette next to you, away from me.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So guys, be careful what serviette you use.
I've worked for some really bad workplaces in the past, but I don't think it's ever really, like, the thoughts always cross your mind, right? I don't care how much of a good person you are. There's always that vindictive thought that crosses your mind, like, I'd love to just take out so much issues on this place.
Yeah.
But I think for the better part of it, I've always just gone, you know what? Me leaving this place is going to be a goal enough for me. That's going to make me happy. I don't want,
Yeah.
That's the best revenge you can have.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I have, look, this is probably going a little bit off the actual question, but I've been like really tailgated by like some big souped up ute in the past who just happened to follow me into a car park and go to the same shop I was at. And I keyed it when I, as a bit of a fuck you, I keyed his $70,000 car.
Jesus. I was going to say the only closest thing I've ever done to that is like a couple of weeks ago I was at Stockies at the shopping centre, and this person next to me had just parked so fucking close to my car. I couldn't get out of my car door, and then there was like a railing on the other side. So I was like, this motherfucking bitch parked their car so close to mine. I can't even get in or out of my car. I was going to leave their windscreen wipers up. That's right.
Just the thing you do to your mates. I'm going to treat you like a mate.
Exactly.
I was expecting you to slam my car door into theirs or something. But
have you done that? Have you done that on purpose?
No,
Another thing I also have done. Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But you know what? It never bothered me until I had a baby, because how do I get my baby out of the car seat when a car parks so close? Like, I've had to sit there and wait for a car to move, or I've had to climb through from the other side to get Bub out. Yeah. And it's just, it's so, people are just, I don't know. To me, it's common sense. Like, park where people can still get out of their cars, but people don't give a fuck about it. They don't think about that.
Yeah. No, exactly.
On a side note, what's the worst car park in Townsville?
Oh, fuck.
Stockland car park, or it's now known as Townsville Shopping Centre. Some original fucking name.
Nah, in the city, in Denman Street, where that big massive high rise is, and there's the car park that goes up and up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
That place is fucked, man.
I can't picture that.
You don't know the one?
No.
It's, anyway.
Mila knows.
Yeah, she knows.
Mila knows. She wants more of that Mexican cocaine.
That's where you get it from.
Yeah. What car park gives us that gold sugar mum?
You know where I drove the other day? So Bub goes to sleep when I'm driving, right, in her car seat. That's how I put her to sleep a lot during the day for her naps. And I'm like, let's go on a leisurely drive. So I was heading out towards Paloranda, and then I was like, this place looks interesting to turn into. It was called Garden something. Anyway, I drove in there. It was like an old retirement home. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Paloranda?
Out towards Paloranda.
It's abandoned now, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
It looks like a crack house.
Yeah.
Thing.
I know a few people that have been out there just to explore it. It's all abandoned. Apparently it's a bit haunted here and there.
Hell yeah.
You can imagine
people have been murdered there. I didn't know this. I was driving through there.
Yeah.
Started driving through and I'm like, I'm locking my door. And I was waiting for like,
security are usually patrolling the place, but
it looks rough, man. It looks like some bad shit's happened there.
Yeah. I don't know the years it was active, but I know a few people that have gone out there with like gold detectors and stuff like that. But there's a heap of stories with that place of it being haunted, and I mean, it's an old person's home, so a lot of deaths have obviously happened there, sort of thing.
We're bringing her onto the show.
Hey, Mila.
She's making all the noises.
Yeah. Did she sign a release form to appear?
Yeah, can you get the...
Yeah.
She will sue you when she's older.
That's right. There we go.
There's little Bub. Hey, look at her.
Yeah.
Cutie.
Oh.
Actually, going back to that question though, the original question, not the keys on the car thing, but yeah, I'm in the same boat too. Like, I've never wanted to leave a workplace, leaving what is it called? Oh, I never burn bridges.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have fucking hated workplaces sometimes, and I'm like, I really dislike your management and the whole lifestyle and everything, but I didn't burn bridges, and it actually turned out being really good for me, because I ended up being able to reconcile later on some of the bad relationships that I did have with the certain people in that workplace, and I've gone back. So, for example, actually, Australia Post is one of them. And this is on record, it's fine. Yep. I got to a point where I did not like working with Australia Post years ago. And there was one specific person there that I did not like at all. And I won't name who that person is or what gender they are, but I was this close to just being like the worst employee and just finishing up my time, fucking off and just doing whatever I could to just get out of there. But instead, I manned up. Well, not manned up. That's a really shitty saying in 2024. They
them'd up.
Yep, they them'd up, and I said a nice goodbye to them.
Yeah,
and I thanked them for the years of work that I had with them.
Yeah,
and then years later on down the road, I now have the pleasure of working back at Australia Post, and thankfully, that person who I did not like now is important enough for me to need their rapport. And
sweet.
So I didn't burn a bridge, but I wanted to.
Yeah. Speaking of Australia Post, how is the how's the Christmas rush going for you, mate? Because I got a Australia Post story.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is just a PSA. This episode's coming out on the 24th of.
Yeah, we'll go Christmas Eve.
Yeah, 24th of December.
If you're watching this right now, Santa's nearly there.
Yep, Santa's coming.
Yeah, grab tissues.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All baby wipes.
Yeah. That's not a reference to you, Sarah, with the baby wipes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, fucking sicko. Anyway.
So,
got that in my mind.
PSA,
PSA, guys, be kind to your posties and your contractors, except for the contractors that treat you like shit.
Okay.
Leave your parcels in the gutter and throw them and whatever. Those guys, fuck them off.
Do
honestly.
I have a fucking story about a contractor?
Yeah.
So about 2 weeks, about 2 weeks ago, I was waiting for a very important parcel to come to my house. You know how you get...
I don't deliver to your house.
No, yeah, sure. You weren't wrapped up in tinsel for me?
So I was like,
No.
Did this person have clothes on?
No, they did. Well, I assume so. But I was following it daily on the tracking, as we all do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know a single person that orders something and doesn't like daily updates on their shit.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
The day finally arrives. It's coming today, whatever. About 11 o'clock in the morning, I get the email. Your parcel's been delivered, kept in a safe place. Sweet. I go home that afternoon. Nothing there at all. I'm searching everywhere around the fucking house. We go back. We look through the cameras. No one's even been to the house all day. You can see, the street, and there's no Australia Post van, no contractor van, nothing. So I've sent them an email. Said, hey, it hasn't been delivered nor kept in a safe place. It hasn't been stolen because it hasn't even been dropped off. No one's attended the property. They did this investigation and the lady rings me back and goes, oh, yeah, that delivery driver actually quit today. So we don't know where your fucking parcel is.
No.
And every other parcel in his van at the same time because he was a contractor. So I can just imagine this poor, not to name nationalities, but a person who's just going, fuck it, I can't do this job anymore, and just dumped their parcel somewhere with everyone's Christmas shit around it. Thankfully got it back, but I was like, man, is that an issue with contractors you found in the past, or is it just depending on each person?
Man, it depends on each person, because I know heaps of the contractors, and most of them are all lovely people.
Yeah.
But, and depends too, because the people with Star Trek and stuff like that, they get paid per parcel. So the more parcels they deliver, the more money they make.
Oh, sweet.
So, some of those guys, if they're delivering 400 parcels a day, they're making bank.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe going off topic here, but you as an Australia Post worker, can you opt to do that yourself as a contractor, or is it a conflict of interest if you wanted to work outside of hours to earn more money?
You just wouldn't be able to have the time.
Yeah. Fair enough,
I mean, you obviously, there are some contracts you could do because you would just work all day with Australia Post and then you would work a contract outside of those hours. But you'd just be working nonstop.
Yeah.
You'd be doing 15-hour days just to get the work done.
Yeah.
Like I'm already doing, anywhere but at the moment in Christmas period, I'm doing 8 to 10-hour days every day, or 5 days a week, I should say.
Yeah.
And delivering a lot be than we normally would, but it fluctuates. Yeah. But either way, point of the story is that be kind to your posties and your contractors that deliver your parcels, because at Christmas time we don't get time off. Like we get Christmas Day off, we get Boxing Day and New Year's, and then obviously all the Saturdays and Sundays. Well, most of the Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah. It's like just be kind to anyone who's in customer service right now.
Everyone's,
pretty much.
Everyone's getting pumped. Eh?
Yeah. Right.
Everyone's getting pumped.
Yeah, rightio.
Santa?
I've dropped all me fucking questions. 1 second. Intermission break.
Make sure you do a little start drop while you're there, please. Oh, you're not even getting up.
This guy, hey, honestly. But, all right. Well, I actually didn't think of any questions for today. If I think of any on the way, I definitely will ask them.
Oh, there's a heap here.
But
from
you've got heaps. How many do you have? Like,
I don't know. There's a bunch of them here. Yeah, let me just stop dropping all my shit and we'll get through it.
It's fine. This is a wildcard episode, so
I drop everything I like.
Yeah.
Alrighty, just don't drop that baby over there, Sarah, please. Alrighty, this next one's from Damien. Damo. I don't know Damo, but
Damo. What's up, Damo?
What's the most fucked up thing you guys have overheard? And then he's attached a story. He said, I was in line at Big W the other day, and there was a grandma there with her adult daughter and what looked like to be the adult daughter's young kids. The young girls are running amok, throwing lollies around, all that sort of stuff that young kids do with bad parenting. The grandma looks at her adult daughter straight up in the eyes and grunted, "This family's gone to fucking shit since I was in prison." Right? And he's basically, imagine hearing that. This family's gone to shit since I was in prison. Now, there's a couple of fucked up things I've seen and overheard. I'll throw it to you guys first. I don't know if they'll beat a grandma. Actually, just the thought of a grandma in prison. What the fuck does a grandma have to do to get to prison these days?
Well, I mean, she could have gone to prison when she was younger. But,
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know. Maybe just got out recently. Murder charge. I don't know.
Dear Lord.
Anyway, so
I don't know. Okay. I mean, I actually, I'm trying to think about the worst thing. I can think of a funny thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I think I've spoken about it on the podcast before, though. I think it was, I was at the sex shop and there was this younger girl who came in and she, I think she must have obviously been new to the whole adult toys and stuff like that. And she's sitting there and she's talking to the attendant because the attendant came over and said, "Oh, can I help you with anything?" And this young girl was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for a toy for my friend." And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yep.
I'm like, why don't you just own that shit, Like, I get it if you're new to the whole adult shop thing and stuff like that. Nah, she's fine.
You're making those noises at the wrong time, Mila.
Teach your kids.
Yeah, like mother, like daughter, apparently.
Fucking hell. For podcast listeners, she just flipped the bird, and also Bub was making those noises in case you didn't hear him.
It wasn't me.
Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, so that's that's probably, I think, maybe it's not the worst thing, but it's a kind of a funny situation, I guess. Like,
I've observed a dude. Just out of high school, one of the dudes I went to school with, he was one of the football players. stereotypical meathead. Look, yeah, handsome young dude. All the girls wanted him back in high school, but so incredibly thick in the head. All right.
Yeah.
Really wasn't much upstairs. Zero social cues, just no people skills, nothing.
Yeah.
I've watched him at a party in the middle of a group of girls who were all clearly hitting on him, but he obviously had no idea about any of that stuff. And in the middle of all them flirting with him, he goes, oh, I smell roast beef, and then walks off to the Bain Marie, and all of these young like cheerleaders are just like, what the fuck? Like, did he really just bail on all of us to go and smell some roast beef at the fucking Bain Marie? That story, we've remembered that for 20 years now. It's the one dude who obviously could have picked up right then and there and multiple. He goes, oh man, I'm hungry, roast beef, and just like, walks over to the Bain Marie and starts eating roast beef. That is probably the one case of just someone who's so oblivious to anything social these days. Yeah, that's still. I can still picture that in my mind. I can picture the house we were at. It was the party we were at. It was an 18th party. One of the funniest things I've ever seen, because all of us that were looking have just gone, wait, what the fuck? Did he just like visibly bail on a bunch of really good looking cheerleaders to go and eat some roast beef at the Bain Marie?
Yeah.
Anyway, the other one I know I've heard. I was with a friend, sushi. And the table next to us, at the sushi trains, you're in those little tables.
Yeah.
So the table sort of in front of us, all we heard was one of them look at the person at the front who's entering in. It was a busy lunchtime period, so we didn't know which one they were talking about. But one of them dead ass says, I think that's the dude that got his daughter pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've been looking, and I've said to the guy I was with, man, turn around. Like, one of those dudes at the front counter is just... Did you hear what those people just said? But all of them, there was just like a big line of people, so we have no idea who they were talking about. But for that entire day, I was like, who the fuck are they talking about? I quickly made sure I didn't know anyone in line, because I don't want to be associated with someone that gets their own daughter pregnant. But yeah, to this day, it remains unknown.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know about overhearing, but I
Sorry, Sarah. Can you just bring the mic just a little closer?
There.
Yeah.
When I was a tour guide in Thailand, so you'd hear these wild stories from like other tour guides, right? And one of my friends who were a really good tour guide, she came up to me, she's like, oh my God, a couple on my trip have just broken up like that on her tour. And I'm like, oh my God, how awkward. Like, what do you do? And she goes, yeah, so he's actually an alcoholic, and she didn't know. So and she's found out somehow on the trip that he's always had alcohol in his like cups or water bottle, and it's come out all. And then she's like, and it just made the whole trip so fucking awkward. Yeah. She goes like, I had to try and couple counsel them, and it was just some of the things you hear. But that was probably it's probably not my best story, but. No, that's all I've got.
No, but that'd be I actually, man, that's.
It's one of those moments where the tension's going to be unbearable for the rest of that trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about things that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't talk about them, but no, I shouldn't. But it does remind me of other situations as well where you've been in. You get in those situations where. A couple is really, really tense, and you just, if you're in a big group and then there's that one couple that are really tense, and it just breaks the whole entire mood.
Yeah.
You can see it. And you try your best and everything to, keep the morale up with the group, but, it really does add a lot of tension. So,
one thing you said about the sex story actually probably links in with the next question as well, because something I had an idea of. So this one's in from Kayla. She said, massages are often associated with happy endings. What are some other professions that would be weird to finish off work with a sexual favor? And it got me thinking, imagine a sex shop worker trying to like get information on people. No, hang on a second. Like, someone buys like a new fancy gadget or something. Like, is the sex shop worker in line to go, do you know how to use that? Like, do you need me to show you? Like, is there a professional
Lord.
courtesy or service in the sex shop? You know what I mean? Like you go to a phone shop, it's like, oh, do you need a hand to show me how to work this gadget? Like you can't obviously say that in a sex shop. I mean, well, you might be able to. I don't know.
The vibration on this phone is really good.
Yeah.
No, okay.
But I don't know if there's any other professions that you could. I mean, well, in theory, you can finish off any profession with a sexual favor.
Pretty much.
But one that it's not like an electrician is going to fucking get some wires out and zap people's balls to try and get them to fucking climax or anything. Might work for some people. I know some leckies that would do that, but,
Yeah. Wait, what's the question? Is it the question, what's the weirdest?
What are some other professions that you could finish off the work with sexual favor?
Is it mandatory in this like new world of...
No, just maybe if the option's there. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of it happens in the PT industry.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
We have...
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Someone from, like you said, a long history of PT.
Gonna burn some extra calories after this.
And I know I've spoken about it on previous episodes. Like PTing is the number one fucking...
Yeah. If your missus is getting PT'd by a male, they're probably 90% they're fucking,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, just from personal experience.
Just from personal experience, being in Townsville and a little bit in the Brizzy when I was down there as well. It's quite common knowledge.
Some are professional, but not many that I've come across. Yeah.
It's interesting to know again, could be going way off topic. Don't give a fuck. Wildcard episode. The number of Townsville PTs that are now with ex-clients.
Well, there you go.
You just got to look at that statistic.
I think
by
nearly
itself.
all of them are ex-clients that they're with. So...
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that saying something?
That's a
I've
statistic.
never been with a client before, guys.
No.
I'd like a gold medal.
Yeah. What clientele do you... Yeah. That's like me saying, look, I've never been with a client at work. If you know where I work, you'd fucking certainly hope I haven't been. You know what I mean? So like it's,
well, that's just one workplace, but yeah.
True.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know any other occupations that you could potentially offer that.
Well, I feel like it's got to be anything to do with your body, realistically. I mean, it could be technically anything, but it works so well with a massage because you're already touching the body, right?
Yeah. I got one. I knew a girl once who could climax if her ears were stroked.
Yep.
Like earlobe areas.
No.
So there's an opportunity for a hairdresser to provide an extra service,
Fucking head massages.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think hairdressers and barbers are completely underrated in the pleasure, in the non-sexual pleasure they can give clients.
Yeah,
I could sit there for...
I used to love a head massage.
Yeah.
I love a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Never long enough. No.
Yeah. I'd pay extra just to sit in the chair and...
I have.
Oh.
Yeah. You're very proud of that too. I have. Yeah. Is there a story with that or...
No stories with that. But I did ask them, I was like, look, I will pay you if you want, but I want a longer head massage, please.
Oh, $20, keep rubbing.
Yeah.
$20, keep rubbing, please.
Keep rubbing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. Actually, that reminds me. Okay, full disclosure. Have all of you ever had a massage with a happy ending before?
No.
No judgment.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I've been to Thailand. It wasn't offered to me at all, but I still have not.
How rude.
I know.
No judgment, though. Like,
No judgment at all. Shit.
Sarah?
I've done things with cucumbers and everything, but no.
Yeah,
I know heaps of people who have, especially like because I lived in Thailand for 6 months. It was like
Sarah offered them, so yeah.
Well, in Thailand it is you want massage?
You want massage?
In Thailand, it's customary, right?
Yeah.
As in, or from what I've...
It's almost like a known. It is almost a known. And they'll actually, like, even though they say massage, they'll stand on the streets and they'll hold a sign. It's very obvious. Like, then they don't try to keep quiet about it. No.
Yeah.
Is it because their cultures, like when you're in the line of massage over there, the culture is like serving. Like they want to serve you as a foreigner or whoever.
Yeah.
They want to do their best to serve you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah.
No,
What?
Yeah.
A local place?
Man, where were you?
No, you don't have to. Oh, so it was a local place then.
I'm trying to remember if I actually have in Townsville or not.
Yeah, what was his name?
it's
What was
like
that
a-
place he ran?
I wish it was he.
Yeah, get some gym callus on your hands, extra friction.
What was your other PT's name again?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
No. I'm trying to think. Well, okay, but the biggest thing, I'm a very sex positive person. I'll talk about whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But and I'm beginning to give less and less fucks about who
100%.
knows whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But the interesting thing about the happy ending in a massage is they actually say the reason why they do it is not just because obviously it's a sexual service that feels good, but because when it's paired alongside of an actual body massage, because of the way all the different the muscle groups and hormones that go through your body when you have an orgasm, it relaxes your body so much more than not having it. So when you do go through the whole process of getting a massage, your body is relaxed and you're able to let your body de-stress. Then when you add the orgasm on top of that, again, then your body goes through a whole nother level of like relaxation.
Yeah.
And it actually feels amazing. So I would dare say if you haven't done it yet, which you said you haven't, like obviously if you're in the position to do it for whatever reason that you are in the position to do it, I would say go do yourself a favor.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
So,
But take away the sexual
Not just to get off. Like
don't think about it as you're just going to get off, because I have had exes in the past who know that I was going to do that.
Yeah.
And they also thought it was just a just get off thing. And I'll like hand on heart, I have done it a couple of times because it is a cool, fun sexual experience.
Yeah.
But it's so relaxing when you actually get a proper massage
done the right way
and a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and this might be different for all women, Sarah, and it might be different for all guys, but when guys orgasm, most of the time, they're tired and relaxed afterwards, like you were just saying, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of women that wakes them up and they do it purely to get more energy to carry on with their day.
Yeah,
and I didn't
okay.
realize that it has that effect on some people, that it fucking perks them up and they can just go and do a million other things.
Yeah.
And it got us to talking to the point where it's like, well, afterwards, especially if you're with your partner at night, most people would then go to bed, whereas others like, no, I need to do this in the morning because if I do it, I'm well awake for hours and hours and hours. So,
I have heard like my friends wanting more sex in the morning for females. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost like a natural pre-workout sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas guys, like, there's a bit of bro science. You probably would have heard it. Like, you lose a lot of energy after you orgasm, so you're not going to do that in the morning and then go to the gym because you're going to be rat shit, you know?
That's why I've heard wait till after.
Yeah,
and you've got that built up testosterone.
Testosterone. All guys
It's
will
actually a
edge.
thing.
Guys will edge before their training sessions just to give them a bit more of that aggression.
Right. What about fighting? Before a fight,
Yeah,
I've heard men
24 hours, nothing.
won't even do it for like a couple months when they're training for a fight.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I've heard that being a thing.
Wow.
I've heard that in a lot of fight camps. The entire week leading up to a fight, they will hold off any sort of sexual nature right there.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a weird personal.
Yeah.
No, fair
there's
enough,
a lot
though.
of people that actually have done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yep. A lot of famous sports people have actually gone on record and said either the 24 hours before or that week before, they will have limited contact with their wives, because I've only really heard men say it.
Yeah.
And they won't do anything for that, just so I don't know the science behind it, whether it's all a mental thing.
I reckon there would have to be, just for how common I've heard of it. Even like a lot of entrepreneurial businessmen I know. I've had I had a business coach and he said that he no sex for a month and it was the most productive he's ever been.
Well,
there's got to be, it's too common for it to not be. There's got to be a science behind it. Productivity, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's similar to what 40 said on his episode when he went for like a month, or was it more? He went for at least a month, And he reckons that
Yeah,
just the
phew.
clarity, the mental clarity and energy he had from just being pure in his thoughts and just everything about his days was like
Yeah.
sweet
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's also like obviously pregnant, had a baby. I've not had any kind of sexual intercourse for a while, right?
Yeah.
And
No need to brag, but all
I
right.
know. So if anyone
Yeah.
looking for a baby daddy,
Yeah. That's what Hinge is for,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
having much luck on Hinge, so I thought I'd jump on here and
Hey, look, the ad is out, guys, fellas.
yeah.
Yeah.
169 centimeters tall.
Yeah. She's a great cook.
Great.
Yeah. No.
You'll get food.
She knows how to order an Uber.
Really good at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was I saying? Sorry.
I don't know. It kind of threw me off.
I don't know. All I'm thinking now is
sorry.
everyone
I remember.
knows, and it's Christmas Eve when everyone's watching this, so it's not too late to get yourselves a present, guys. If you,
Look, I
Yeah.
am a very open person, and oh gosh, I'm
Yeah.
so open, you know. No,
Jesus.
it's the no sleep. What I was saying was, since I've had like, this is the longest I've gone without really drinking, without sex, without any kind of, I don't know, messaging guys or, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've got so much mental clarity, minus the no sleep, but I've just, I feel like my stability is like this. It's crazy. And I feel like it's kind of good because I've been working, you know, I'm working on myself. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I have no idea either.
No, that's fair.
What's happening here?
Is
No,
this an intervention?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Are you on drugs?
I think I need some sleep.
Do you want me to segue?
And then I found $50.
And next minute, I'm in a Thai massage place that Jay recommended.
Hey, just by the way, on the massage thing, I'm not going to tell you how I know this, but did you know that the laws have changed in Australia now, and it is now not illegal for actual massage places to give happy endings. So technically, any massage place in Australia is allowed legally to actually not only advertise but also give the sexual services. So
Well, that's interesting.
Really?
yeah,
I thought they'd
it
have
used
to
to be
have
illegal.
certain licensing for.
No, not
What
anymore.
license do you need to jerk someone off, Sarah?
Actually, there is.
Pull out a
Yeah,
card.
sorry. Before we continue, show us the license for this hand job.
No, actually, no.
Hand job specialist.
You do laugh, but it was under the sexual act of something, and it was like you needed some kind of sexual services brothel.
Yeah, that's what I said. Brothel.
license.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so
That makes sense.
You got to have licensing for
to
brothel.
to legally operate under a business that offers sexual services,
Yeah.
and it
Okay.
needed to be protected and all
And then
that sort of stuff.
there's also like certain areas where you're allowed to, so it has to be an industrial as well.
Yeah.
Don't ask why I know all this.
yeah, don't ask me why I know all this either. But
Yeah.
all I'm saying
Wait,
is that
where's your PT studio again?
doesn't matter. The laws have all changed. You're allowed to do it wherever you want now.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Nice.
interesting.
Oh, you didn't know that? Okay.
Yeah, well, you've given her a business
I
idea.
feel like there's going to be a lot more women given hand jobs now.
I mean,
Look out.
it
Merry
already
Christmas
happens.
to you, fellas.
Yeah.
It already happens.
We'll drop her Insta handle
fuck
in
off.
the show notes too, guys.
Oh, we're already putting her out there anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Peter Alexander
you guys should
pajamas
be-
aren't cheap.
You
Yeah.
are my wingman. You
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
All good.
100%.
We got it covered.
They've got to come onto this show before
Choice of words.
vet 'em.
before
Yeah,
they can
100%.
before I even go on a date with them.
Yeah.
They've got a date
It's not a bad idea.
with yous before date with me. What do you reckon?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
actually do this? I might just jump on Hinge, get a random guy and be like,
If
what do
you
you
want.
reckon?
Yeah.
Is he yes or no?
And we will broadcast the auditions right here.
Oh, let's do it.
You
It's
know,
not a bad
yeah.
idea,
This could
actually.
blow up. This
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
not a bad idea. Anyway,
That's a side gig. That could be a side gig for us.
Yeah, no. Now my brain's thinking because that would actually be a really, really good side little side hustle podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like that BJ show 2.0
Yeah.
X-rated.
dating edition.
Dating edition.
Dating. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm actually I'm thinking about some ideas.
We'll come back to this
That's really
idea.
cool,
It's
yeah.
not a bad idea.
No, and what little time I have, you know.
It's fine.
Ooh.
Do you want to come for a walk with a side of a pram?
Love it. All right,
My
next
thighs
question.
are strong.
Next question.
Anyway, this one's from Justin, not old Fim Daddy that came on, different Justin. I actually liked this question because I remember the topic he's talking about here, but I'll read the question first. So I remember watching that old TV show, The Mole, around 20 years ago. People might remember it. I think it did come back recently, but it wasn't a huge success.
Yeah, I think I know that one.
One of the tasks they had to do was spend something like $100,000 in 12 hours. But at the end of that 12-hour period, they couldn't actually have bought anything to keep or basically have like a physical purchase of it sort of thing. You know, so you couldn't go spend it on cars because you'd physically own the car at the end. There was no donations allowed, so you couldn't actually just donate a heap of money. So they physically had to, there was like a group, I think at that point there might have been 7 of them left on the show. So 7 of them had to spend a total of $100,000 with 0 belongings at the end of it. So how would you spend that $100,000? From memory, I have a feeling they all went into a recording studio and just record some bullshit on guitars. They didn't officially own anything at the end, but I found it a really hard question. Like, what can you positively spend $100,000 on without officially owning anything? Maybe like advertise on a football stadium billboard mid-game. That'd cost a fair few thousand. But I really wouldn't be too sure how to spend that much money but not physically have anything.
That's
I
hard.
was thinking like workshops or something, advertising.
In 12 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
So I guess in that case, if you were spending it on a billboard, it wouldn't have to air in 12 hours. The purchase or transaction would just have to take place in that 12-hour period.
Yeah, okay. But you're not allowed to own anything.
No. So buying like a $75,000 car is off because you physically own it.
See, I'd naturally want to help a whole bunch of people and buy
That's
heaps
what
of
I
food
was-
and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like,
Yep.
Can't make donations. Can't.
No.
no.
Can you buy?
You could buy heaps of food for heaps of
Yeah.
people.
Can you do that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah. If you bought $50,000 worth of like expensive seafood in the middle of a town and just left it there, suppose it wouldn't be a donation. It'd be open for anybody. If you put on a big lunch.
It's not still a donation, though, if you go and give it to people.
No.
No. But then also, I mean, could you... I'm trying to think, like, could you pay up, like, 10 years' worth of bills? You know what I mean? Because you don't have anything at the end of it. What if you paid up, like, shitloads of electricity bill and phone bill?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
you put, like, credits in your phone bill, in your Optus account.
Yeah.
And then you've just got, years and years and years of worth of phone
I
bill
get
covered
you. Yeah.
and everything like that. So
Yeah.
technically you don't own anything, but for the next 10 years, you've got bills covered. You don't have to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money you could save. $100,000.
$100,000 to be precise. Yeah.
Oh, this one's got me.
Yeah.
But what a position to find yourself though in, eh? In
Tell you
12,
what.
in 12 hours, here's $100,000.
It's only 12 hours because I would also love to go to like some of the fanciest restaurants
Whoa.
and bring all of your favorite people.
Yeah.
And then just literally splurge on the
Yeah.
most expensive shit.
What about, and like you were saying, buy a heap of, could you buy plane tickets then? Because then you physically
Lots
own
of things.
something.
Could you,
you buy,
Well, you don't own it. You don't
fly
have it.
fly all your friends to another country,
yeah.
meet someone famous, fly them back.
Yeah.
No, that's really big. That's big.
Oh, yeah. Pay a celebrity to
Yeah.
come and have lunch with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could also, a bit more local sort of thing as well. You could pay
Support
for,
locals, hey?
Yeah, support locals.
Local
You
PT
could-
business
Yeah.
local PT business.
in an industrial area.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
We have a sleeping baby.
Oh, very nice. She's so cute. Okay. I'm thinking more like, we all, you and I, Ben, we have friends who have bands.
Yeah.
Pay for record labels.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
there'd be a way you'd probably just have to look at all the terms and conditions.
Because they wouldn't, I guess they would technically own it.
okay, I'll do something nice for kids that don't have families for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Such a saint. I love it.
Such a saint.
I love
I
it.
was going to say fly them where? To the North Pole. There you go.
Yeah.
To that, what's that? That's that real cool place where they do like the train. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What, the
train?
The North Pole?
Yeah. Sushi train?
No.
The Polar Express?
Yeah, they do an actual real life Polar Express.
Do they actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what is this? Hang on.
Yeah, they do a real life Polar, Express. So
I haven't
would,
even.
Polar
so I would
Express.
fly all the kids to the Polar Express.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be classified as a donation or a purchase of something you own?
No, because it's an activity.
Yeah, I suppose. It's a tough one.
Fucking hell.
Do they?
Well, I mean, there's an actual Polar Express train ride,
There you
but there's
go.
like heaps of different ones in all sorts of places.
There's ones that are like pretty legit, you know.
Yeah.
Like on
Yeah.
par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll look at that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have $100,000, so
No.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just glanced at this next question and it could actually go back to what we were talking about before. So one from Stacey.
Yeah. All right, next one.
If you guys are doing a Christmas episode, ta-da, put it out there to your guest what the plot for the best Christmas movie could be, as unhinged and as batshit crazy as you can think. Also, side note, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Now, imagine
Nice.
a movie where Santa Claus is pimping out all of his, like he's running an underground illegal prostitution ring for all of his elves. Right.
You've thought about this before.
It just popped into my mind when we were talking about hand jobs before at massage parlors.
Okay. Yeah.
Imagine some sort of movie plot where Santa's pimping out all of his elves.
Santa's the pimp.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like some weird slave labor thing. I
Yeah,
think that'd be a
right.
pretty unhinged movie.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
best
Yeah, that
Christmas
would-
movie is Bad Santa, but
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't actually ever seen that. I don't think I've seen Bad
So
Santa.
You've got to see
You've
Bad
gotta see
Santa.
Bad Santa.
I was going to say,
Billy
that's
Bob
probably one of my
Thornton.
favourite.
Yeah.
You keep talking, I'm going to add it on the list.
Billy
right
Bob
now.
Thornton at his absolute best.
He's
Unhinged, filthy,
I feel like that's
not a
the
Christmas
movie,
movie, not a kid movie.
Don't,
not a kid
don't
movie,
watch it
obviously.
with you, girl. Yeah, no.
Yeah. You ain't going to shit right
I
for a
like the
week.
Grinch.
The
I
Grinch?
like the Grinch.
Classic.
I don't
Yeah.
think you can go wrong with the Grinch.
Honestly, best movie. Yeah, hands down.
Yeah, it reminds me of my dad a little bit. He was a bit of a Grinch.
Really?
Yeah, just never big on Christmas. So I followed in those traditions, and he'd buy a Christmas tree that's like one to fit on top of the fridge,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like just a mini one. And some years he'd be like, "Nah, those poor kids overseas never get presents. You aren't getting presents
Yeah.
this year."
Were you from the Burdekin?
I came out real Darrow then, didn't I? Yeah, that's
Was
my,
this a Burdekin thing?
that's
or-
the Mount Isa coming
That's
out
the
of
Mount- sorry,
yeah,
Mount Isa,
man
yeah.
from
Thank
Mount
you.
Isa.
Yeah.
And I've just lost all potential dates that I did have.
We will edit this bit out. Yeah. Or will one of the questions would be rate in order of where you would date someone from. So, we'll go Brisbane, Gold Coast, Mount Isa. And see if they put Mount Isa at the top. Because Mount Isa people don't have standards.
Excuse me.
I'm kidding.
Ben, just
Do you-
backpedal, but
I've a lot of Mount Isa friends that'll watch this episode. They'll throw down.
no, that's a
I
lot.
don't know. I particularly find that people who come from smaller towns are really easygoing.
Yeah,
They've
100%.
got,
They're more family orientated.
yeah, more,
Yeah.
and got a bit of a dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Country. So I'm all for, like, if someone's from a small town,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah,
All right. Here's,
Yeah.
you know the movie
I'm
The
not
Castle?
saying if you're from Brisbane, you're shit.
No, no. Oh, you could argue.
From Gold
yeah.
Coast,
Yeah.
you know, Eshe, bro.
Oh
How
my
would,
God.
if there was a movie, if there was a Christmas movie made about Mount Isa,
Oh,
what would
that
the
would
plot
be
be?
fucking awesome.
Like if you were to go, okay, because if we were to talk about a Christmas movie made around Townsville,
yeah.
you could really turn it into, like Santa's a vigilante going out and hunting all the child's
Merry Christmas, cunts.
all the kids that are like stealing cars. And I think the majority of Townsville would love to watch a movie with a vigilante
Oh.
Santa going around, doing shit with the kids that are stealing cars.
Good.
That'd be rad. I'd fund it.
That'd 100%.
Yeah, if I had $100,000,
yes.
if I had $100,000 to
Yes.
spare, I'd fund a movie about Townsville vigilante Santa.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Mount Isa one.
Yeah, or if Mount Isa one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Vigilante
I think you can
Santa.
do something with the underground mines there because it's a big mining town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of Santa coming through the
Chimney.
chimney,
Yeah.
can you
The big brick thing on top of the house. Yeah.
The thing that no
with
one
the
is.
hole.
Santa
So-
comes up from underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Merry Christmas, cunt.
Coming
Just
out.
a
Yeah.
slogan.
Yeah. A shovel and a pickaxe. Yeah.
He's got fucking soot on him and everything. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, geez, that's a really good question, eh? Is that just are we just asking Sarah for that?
No, you can
Nah.
ask anyone. Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm just asking.
Nah.
Well, I mean, there's horror movies with killers dressed as Santa, so that's not a new thing.
Mm.
However, in those movies, you obviously you see them as the bad guy. What about if Santa was a mass murderer, vigilante? People would see him as a good guy. You got the revenge movies these days. Revenge movies are pretty
Yeah,
big in the
yeah.
underground scene. If there was or someone dressed as a department store Santa to track down the killer of his wife, and he's a vigilante.
Mm.
That's cool.
Actually,
I like that.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, and every person he kills, he says a weird or a cheesy quote. He goes to a brothel and offs
Oh,
heap of them, and he goes ho 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 or something, and real bad
ho,
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
lines. Yeah.
We went and got our Santa photos done probably 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a great experience. Santa
Oh.
looked kind of half dead.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
Yeah. I've got
Some of them
Santa
are at that
photos.
age. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Santa just looked.
He didn't pop a boner while you were still in his lap,
he
did he?
didn't even.
Did you sit on his lap?
I asked if Santa could
I
sit
asked
on.
if he could pop a boner.
No.
He said he needs his blue little pills first.
Oh.
Is that the best you
So-
got for me, Santa?
I wanted to do something funny, and I asked if Santa could sit on my lap.
Oh, shit, here we go.
And then I was going to make a joke about Mila got to meet her dad, something like.
The inheritance will be yours soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe another 3 or 4 years, judging by how alive this Santa looked.
But they didn't let me. And then I tried to cheer Bub up for the photo of her by herself with Santa, and they were like, "Nah, you're in the road, move." And it just even the person taking the photos didn't seem kid friendly. So, I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan. No,
Oh, that's a shame.
I know.
That is a shame.
So if one of you could dress up as Santa and we could redo it, what do you reckon?
And what one of us sit on your lap?
Did you want me to paint a moustache on here as well?
Can you?
Can
Sorry.
you imagine the news article?
No.
75-year-old man breaks hip trying to sit on person's lap dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
He gets up, he trips over something, baby's on the ground in the rocker.
Oh, dear.
That'd be,
Oh,
I think
dear.
it'd be a liability.
Oh,
I don't know.
dear.
Hmm.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
Actually, sorry, just going back to that idea of a movie, though, I would love to see a movie where it's literally based around the 364 days of the year of what Santa lives like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yes, like a normal life.
A normal
That's a
life
good
of
idea.
Santa.
Yeah.
What does Santa do when
Yeah.
he's not?
Yeah, and I'm talking take away the
I love this.
stereotypical Santa lives in the North Pole with Mrs. Claus and he basically just sleeps all year. None of that shit.
Yeah.
Take it back to a reality where it's no, Santa, that's not real. The North Pole and all that sort of stuff. That's where the elves work.
Yeah.
That's where all the shit happens. But Santa, he actually just lives like a normal everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has his own fucking problems. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
that'd be
he works
cool.
at Australia Post.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know.
That could actually
It
be
could be a
real-
PT in the gym.
He could be. You got me really thinking, that there is actually,
That's a cool.
that's a really cool movie idea.
Actually, I'm surprised
Yeah.
no one's done that yet.
Yeah.
And then you could go
You're
it
welcome.
could be scenes of 360. That's a long
Yeah.
movie, but
I think the theme of Christmas, though, in many parts of the world is not liked at all. Did it start as a religious thing? So unless someone's thought something similar
Saint
and
Nick.
gone, you know what, there's going to be parts of the world that openly will not have anything to do with Christmas, so it's not going to be well perceived over there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
I actually like that idea though.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the movie Klaus? It's called
No.
Klaus. It's like a or claw. It's like it's spelt Klaus. So I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Klaus. It's like claws, but Klaus.
Yeah.
And it's the story of this mailman who gets this job delivering mail to this really, really shitty little town. And basically he meets this toy maker that lives in the woods, and he comes up with this idea of basically making these toys for every little kid in the little town to bring the spirits up every year. And that's more or less the story anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that old toy maker guy ends up passing later on down the track, but the mailman keeps working for him and helping build the spirit up.
Yeah.
And obviously the whole point is that the toy maker is supposed to be Santa.
Yeah.
But he's not actually named Santa Claus.
Yeah.
He's just this toy maker in the woods.
Yeah.
And like that sort of shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the everyday worker, everyday person kind of idea, but like in a real live action movie, I think that'd be pretty cool.
So that 90s movie with Tim, was it Tim Allen?
Yeah.
The Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
It's been obviously a long while since I've watched that. But was he a normal person who gets turned into Santa Claus? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, that was a good movie. I should go back and watch that.
So there's three of them. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one is him turning into Santa because he accidentally kills Santa.
That's
on the roof.
That's right.
And he puts the coat on.
Yeah.
They just gloss over that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a Disney movie. And then the second one is him having to get married.
Yeah.
So he meets this girl and gets married like really, really quickly.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. And then the third one is about Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's actually a new series about it too on Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a show about it, and it's actually Tim Allen and all the same actors.
Yeah,
actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good series.
I'm just putting her to sleep.
No, that's all right. All good. But anyway, hopefully that wraps up that question.
Yeah, I got one from Jake. This is an interesting one. So,
Joke.
Jakey.
I've got to with every name.
Thanks,
Joke.
Sarah.
DAMO.
Oh, wait, what was the lady's name before?
Stacey?
Staso.
Staso.
Where'd you get your state? I don't know. This is a really embarrassing episode for me.
Yeah.
fine.
You signed the waiver.
Oh, mums will be able to relate. It's all right.
Yeah. This is a pure example of what sleep-deprived newborn mums have to deal with.
Yeah.
Delirium, just,
100%. I had a
Panda
friend, she
eyes.
started hallucinating from that little sleep. It's,
Sorry?
Yeah.
yeah.
Your friend did?
No, my friend, she started hallucinating
Mm.
from
Yeah.
being that sleep-deprived.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought I was seeing like
Fucking
things
unicorns.
crawling the other day. I was like, probably was though.
Yeah.
I do this thing where I always build up like I'm about to drop this real good story, and then
Yeah.
I'm that.
Yeah.
I'm that person. My
Yeah.
friends, I do it to my friends all the time. They're like, "And that happened?" I'm like, and I'm like, yeah. And that's why I always go through and I found $50, or then I found a dragon, or so I'm
Hell
real good
yeah.
at that.
I think that's called acid trip.
Yeah. And then when I have a really good story, I play it off as if it's nothing. They're like, Sarah, that's the kind of story you need to build for.
Yeah.
So I'm a real shit storyteller sometimes.
This fucking funny story before. I went to the toilet, right, and I locked the door. That's
I was like, now I
that's
know
the
how
client.
you.
Yeah.
I know
You're like,
how you feel.
yeah, and yeah,
I actually was.
right. So, like,
I thought you were actually doing it.
the lock,
Dying.
the lock started horizontal, and it turned vertical.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So then what else happened? That's it.
Nothing. That's it. Yeah. All right.
I literally was like,
Yeah. That's what it feels like to listen to your story.
hurts. I'm so sorry, God. I'm so sorry to the listeners. That's happened a couple times on this.
I found
fucking
$50.
podcast. Oh, God.
That's funny.
Jakey, Okay, you can add yours too.
Jacob.
This one's going to test you, I think, Sarah.
All right.
A higher power comes down to Earth and says the population is getting too large for the Earth to be sustainable. So it's going to remove some of the population. You with me so far?
Yeah, I've got you.
Okay.
COVID.
The task. COVID. Yeah, higher power meaning governing authorities. But anyway, the task. You must choose a challenge, like a task, a sport, an action, or a game or something that you are confident enough in that you would bet your life on. If you win, you stay alive. However, you are randomly matched with someone with all their confidence who has also chosen the exact same thing you did. Okay, so if you say you're the world's best chess player and you're confident enough that you're going to win, you're going to be paired with someone else in the world who says they're the world's best chess player. Okay. What challenge would you choose? No.
Oh.
And with what we know about the world, for instance,
There was an example in
Usain
that,
Bolt.
wasn't there?
Yeah. So example,
Yeah.
Usain Bolt would probably choose a foot race. So if some elementary kid, somebody goes, I'm fastest runner in the world, and they get paired with Usain Bolt, they're fucked.
Yeah.
They're dead. You know what I mean? So you got to
like-
be super confident that you can just,
Okay. Oh, this is hard.
couldn't answer.
I'm trying to think what I might. I feel like there's not one standout thing that I'm like, fuck yeah, amazing at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because I mean, not everyone on the podcast who has listened to other episodes, I've said multiple times, I'm like a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. And that's that question. It's like,
But we've got to pick one. We've still got to pick one. There's
imagine if procrastinating was a fucking thing you could do.
So can we tweak it and be like, I've done so much stupid shit. Who's done the most stupidest shit? I'd win that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I guess it comes down in essence that I believe that no matter how good you are at something, there's always someone that's better.
Yeah.
But in saying that doesn't mean they're a better person. It's just you could do a heap of other stuff that they aren't good in. It's just one particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
You know
sad
what I mean?
truth, isn't it?
I couldn't answer.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The world's longest podcast. Oh, shit.
For podcast listeners, you just knocked the candy cane off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I reckon let's give that a crack.
I wonder what the world's longest podcast episode is.
Nah, that'd be easy, man.
You reckon?
But you're not allowed to, none of us can sleep.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was going
That's all right. We'll just pass a meal around. They'll keep us awake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs, alcohol.
Well, did you know, I got told that apparently speed, mums used to do speed back in the days. That's how, and I'm talking back in the 70s. Apparently that's how they used to function when they had babies, from no sleep. And it was an actual thing.
Yeah.
I was like, well, no.
Well, actually medicated or
Yeah.
you mean medicated or as in just they
Drugs.
would just do it.
They would do drugs.
They would
yeah.
just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a story. It's a very short story. And I probably can't really name where I was or the profession of this person, but I've been in my car once in a car park ready to go inside, and I've looked over to my right and there's one of the workers just doing a massive big bump off their key and then going in and working. And I remember messaging some of my friends going, I just saw the funniest shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If I said where I was, it would give it away. And it would basically, I won't do that to the place. But I've watched a worker just do a massive big bump of coke.
And you're like, oh, all right, then starting your day.
Yeah.
You've had your breakfast.
I remember, it was 6:30 a.m. in the morning and going, holy fuck.
Right.
They're charging on. Yeah.
And you're not spoiled. One of my clients worked at the tobacconist drive-throughs. And they used to sell pipes. They don't call them pipes though because it's illegal. They call it something else. Is what she was telling me.
Herb dispensers or some weird thing. Yeah.
Correct.
A drink bottle.
And she said you'd be surprised.
It's like when you see
of the people that would come through that drive-through. And she said, I'm talking doctors, lawyers. She goes, one of your clients also do it? She's like, I can't tell you. And I was like, you fucking can't. Then I was thinking, I'm like, which one of my clients is on crack? You know, I was trying to what the fuck? Like, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Just people you least expect it from.
It's like when you're disguising something. You know when you see those weird magazines that are clearly selling vibrators and dildos, but they call them personal back massages or something or other?
Yeah.
And they're clearly, you know.
I delivered one of them. Not the magazine. I delivered this package.
Hand delivered.
Yeah.
I delivered this package the other day, and it said, what was it? Body massaging tool. And I was like, yeah.
All right. So here's a question only you could probably answer. Do you think around Christmas time there's a lot more sex toys getting sent to people around, or is it not really as much of a Christmas present as what you think?
I don't know, to be honest. It's really hard because all the packaging is so good these days, you can't tell. So, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would like to know, but I can't.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah. Sure can. Which, by the way, sorry, I want to answer that question before, but
Go.
Because none of us answered it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But sorry.
No, yeah, you go.
Is your right, Sarah?
No.
Well, I want to know, Ben, what is your thing? Because you haven't answered either. None of us have answered.
Oh
it.
shit! I can't even remember. Oh yeah. I honestly don't think I'm the best at anything.
Yeah.
I would be. I mean, there's plenty of things I'm good at.
But you got to pick one thing, because otherwise you're going to die.
Well, I would say, like eating food, but then you look at guys like Jimmy and all the other guys who are food, and like, there's no fucking way I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not confident that I'm the world's best at anything.
Yeah, but you got to try.
Okay,
what
let's just say Townsville's best then.
Yeah, all right.
Fuck. All right. See, I'd be fucking stumped, man. I'd really. Do you have anything in your mind, or?
The first thing that came to my mind was some kind of eating challenge.
Yeah.
Like the first person to not first person. The person who can eat the most amount of steak in 1 hour.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would then probably say movie trivia.
Yep.
Yep. I'd go
really?
movie trivia. Yeah. For some reason, I just remember the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't remember how to be an adult half the times, but for some reason, I can remember the cast of a 1993 movie that starred.
Yeah. He is good with that. It's very, very strange.
Oh, God. It's one of those things I feel like what I say, I'm going to sound up myself, Okay, I'm going to say sit me in a room for 12 hours. I will this sounds wrong. I will be the best entertainer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
I will entertain the shit out of you.
Yeah.
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 I got good at that when I was a tour guide. You had to be really good. You had to be really good at making up shit too, because people would be like, oh, what type of monkey is that? And I'll be like, oh.
It's an Albanian subterranean.
Part of the baboon family.
Yeah.
No fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember they asked me like the population of this island that we were on. It was like Koh Phangan, and I'm like, about 100,000. It was like 20,000. Like I was way off. I was like, fuck, I hope they don't go back to the fence. 100,000. They're like, no, it's not.
100% they are.
Yeah.
They're trying to be educated. And it's like, no, the fucking tour guide said, man, there's like 100,000 people on this island.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to believe Wikipedia or a tour guide that obviously knows what she's talking about?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh no, that's probably me stroking my ego, but.
Oh, that's fair enough.
But it's a hard question though. It's
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the only other thing I could probably say is if you had to make non-stop noise, I could probably do that. I could. If I needed to, I would do it. Like the first person to stop making some kind of noise.
Really?
Yeah,
like what do you mean? Like with your mouth or
anything? With any part of your body, you just have to make noise. You have to just keep making noise. I could do that.
Yeah.
I feel like people who might have something like autism be really good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
My brother has autism, by the way, guys. I'm not just,
No, but 100%. Like it makes sense because you just sit there either constantly tapping.
Yeah.
I'm a
fidgeting, tapping,
or speaking constantly, not shutting up.
Like, or if you're ADHD, you'd be really good at it.
Yeah, constantly. Your mind,
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're all a bit on the spectrum of something, just on what level.
We're all a bit spicy.
We're all a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have a question you said you wanted to answer?
Yes. So, I'd love to know. Do you agree with this? we can disagree and still be friends.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What about if it was something like the US election?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right. Well, guys, I put a post up on my, public figure page, and I said we can disagree and still be friends. And I happened to do it around the US election time. So people have made assumptions that it is about the election.
Mhm.
And boy, did I get my asshole ripped.
Yeah. Yeah.
People were literally correct.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I was really going to agree with that. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Wait.
No,
wait, yeah.
no.
Yeah. What was the post?
Wrong hole. What?
It's never a wrong hole.
Just
I know.
less explored
Yeah,
ones. but
when the guy accidentally,
Yeah.
puts it in.
the gecko.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that.
I know someone that was geckoed. Anyway, that's a completely different story.
Back to.
What was the post you put up?
Yeah, so I just put we can disagree and still be friends. It's like a picture of a. That's
That
what
was
I
it.
said.
Oh, sorry.
And,
yeah. Okay.
and then I had comments literally saying that I'm a baby killer, that I'm clearly not for, women's rights. So just from that one post, they've assumed that I'm like a Donald Trump bloody voter. But so what if I fucking was? Like, but holy moly. So I just wanted your take on what your thoughts were on that. Like, to what extent can you disagree with someone and still be friends? Does it depend to what extent, like, what's it on? Like,
Yeah. Well,
I think, Matt, like I know some of my close friends will absolutely hate some of the movies I love and vice versa, and it doesn't impact our friendship at all. And on bigger scale of things, I know some people that would never vote for Donald Trump, whereas I fucking love the dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't impact us at all.
Yeah.
You do? Fuck
Yeah.
that. Not friends anymore.
No.
I'm
You
kidding.
see that you go.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Mainly because I'm not in America and I don't have to live with
Yeah.
anything.
Well, you notice I just feel everyone believes everything they see on social media. So do you know, like during the election times, there's literally, they have teams of people who are social media like strategists, right? And their only job is to put out false information of the other. Sorry, this can't.
Yeah.
Is
So
to
like
put
defaming.
out, correct,
Yeah.
defaming the other person.
Yeah.
And then I see people share all this crap all the time. Like Donald Trump believes in abortions. If you vote for him, it means that you believe in killing babies. It means that you believe in women's rights being removed. But then I see Donald Trump's posts and he doesn't believe in that stuff and has never actually been to jail or what, here's what I always ask myself. Have you actually been there and heard it from that person's mouth? And if not, why would you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people who have fame now, they've got it the hardest, more now than ever because of just the shit people believe in social media.
I prefer to, I guess, stay in my lane. What I meant was I love Donald Trump.
I know. I think I'm going to lose some.
No. Like
lose some followers from this one.
I don't know either or, but if I had to choose one of those two options to run a country, I'm saying he'd be my favourable one over there. If there was someone 10 times better, I'd be fuck that guy out. That guy's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
It was not that I love Donald Trump personally. It's just
sorry.
I think he's better for the job out of the two candidates.
I agree.
From what I
agree.
know. And again, I don't know anything. And I think in today's day and age when there's so much AI and stuff that can be like manufactured via computer noises and stuff like that, it's hard to 100% believe.
Yeah.
Like all those Joe Biden posts that were him just being a senile old man, it's like, I don't know if they are real or not.
Yeah.
They look fucking real.
100%.
But I can't guarantee it
They
is.
move their mouth. They can AI can make you move your mouth and it looks exactly like your voice, you're talking.
Yeah. So I'm not there. I couldn't, I remain out of it.
And it just blows minds. Like people will literally cut people off that are friends because of something they've seen on social media and have believed it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've heard from this person that no.
Yeah.
Have you actually heard that person? Have you spoken to that person in person? It just makes I just wanted to know, your thoughts on
No, 100%.
how-
But and I'm sorry did I cut you off?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I take this back to a real life situation for me. I've got plenty of friends who I have very, very strong opinions about some things and they have a very opposing strong opinion about their thing. And I always think that it's like you can agree, you have to agree to disagree on some things. And my opinion is that if you can stay friends if you can both agree to disagree.
Yep.
And the fact that your opinions are so different that you don't care that the other person doesn't believe what you believe, but doesn't mean that you have to associate a certain amount of your time to them.
Yeah.
Because I think we've even spoken about this briefly, like with other different ways around speaking about it.
I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy. It's like having a partner, and instead of being so focused on who's wrong and who's right, okay, well, let's just come to like some kind of like compromise instead, or let's admit that it's okay that you don't agree, even though I strongly believe in this. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, but then that's the thing, right? Is like if it's a friendship and you're gonna treat it kind of more like a relationship, right? Like you have differences of opinions, and you've got to find your hard line of, well, how much am I willing to give to the person if they don't have an opinion that matches my opinion? So, for example, I personally hate drugs, right? And I've said that a couple of times pretty openly, but like I will speak openly a bit more about it now. I personally don't like drugs. But that's because, I mean, I've done weed a couple of times, and that's it. I personally refuse to do any other harder drug than that, and I don't even want to do weed, even still moving forward. Now, because it's legal in Australia for certain things, I would if I really wanted to. But at the same time, for me, there's no purpose behind it. It's almost the same as alcohol. Almost the same as alcohol for me. Like, I personally don't drink that much alcohol because, one, it doesn't really do much to me. For me, it personally is a bit of a waste of money. Drugs are a very big waste of money for me because they don't do anything for me personally. But I have plenty of friends who do drugs, and I don't agree with them doing drugs, but that's their life. And so
you don't cut them off because of it.
No, I don't cut them off because they like to do drugs, but there are certain times and certain situations where I won't associate my life with them because I don't want to be around them doing drugs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's my thing. And it's like, so can I be friends with somebody who has such a differing opinion to me?
Yeah.
Of course I can. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to associate that certain aspect of my life with them. You know, and it's the same thing with like, you know, sex sort of stuff. I'm a very sex positive person. There are certain aspects, and I'm not willing to talk about all of them on podcast just yet.
Yep.
There are certain aspects of sex positivity that I believe, but I have friends who are very much like, you're a bit crazy. I don't believe in whatever you're doing there.
Yeah.
And so they have a very strong opinion to me, but I'm still friends with them because at the end of the day, they're not having sex with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, So in my opinion, you can have a friendship with someone.
Yeah, definitely.
And disagree with something. So I hope that answers that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That got really fucking serious.
Yeah, it did.
On a wild card.
Wildcard. We got all highs and lows here, baby. Woo.
Yeah. All the highs, none of the lows. Anyway, are there any more questions?
No, that was it for this round.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, do you have any more questions for us as well?
Let me have a little look. I don't think so. No, I've got nothing really.
All right.
Oh, no, I've got one thing for you guys. All right.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth selling a $10 item on buy swap sell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like, you know, some people yes, some people no. So you will sell a $10 item on buy swap sell?
I will if I have to.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to, I won't.
Yeah.
I never do, purely because I would rather not have personal contact with anybody for the sake of $10. I don't want someone coming around my house just to get $10.
Like $10 secondhand toaster?
No. So I will tend to just throw it. But I've often laughed. I've seen things on Facebook buy someone stuff for $5.
Yeah.
I'm like, $5. I would give someone $5 to stay the fuck away from me. I don't want to take $5 off someone to get them to come to my house.
Yeah, okay. So it's a security thing too.
Yeah.
I'm same. But I get what you mean. Like, it depends on your circumstances. You've got you know, let's be real. You got families out there who generally need that 10, 15, $20, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't care. I just really struggle to sell stuff on there because I'm like, it's not about, it's about how much you get fucked around on there. Like, you know, it's, your time is the most precious thing to me, and I feel like that sometimes that shit just wastes so much time. I could have made $10 fucking doing something else in the time I spent messaging, getting them not turning up, and then do you know what I mean? So I guess it's different for everyone, but I'm just curious to know what everyone's thoughts are. It's like, where do you draw the line?
That's a good question. I've always thought about that. Like, look at this person selling something for $10. However, if they're selling an entire, say, for instance, wardrobe of clothes, that $10-$20 over 10 transactions could be a couple $100. So in that case, I'd be like, that's fair.
I think there's a smart way of doing it, right? So I put on a pair of it was competition bikinis. I don't think I've told you guys this before. And if you don't know, this is probably from like 8 years ago, right? When I did it. And these competition bikinis are like $600, right? And people spew how much you spend on them. But mate, like if it's the only thing you're working towards, you know, I'm going to fucking treat myself. I've been working for 3 years straight for this competition. I'm going to spend what I want on the bikinis, you know. I'm a very different person now. I wouldn't do it now. But, and I put them up on buy, swap, sell. And this one fucking bitch gets on there and is like, no one wants your fucking clam juice. I was like, this bitch. And, you know, I giggled, but the way she wrote it was rude. It wasn't funny. It was more like her actually having a full dig at me for selling these bikinis. If someone jumped on there and was like, how much, you know, something more just genuine, clam juice, whatever, I would have laughed. But she was being an absolute bitch about it. So I was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to comment back. I said, for an extra $50, I'll add some of my shit stains too.
Yeah, nice.
And it got removed pretty fast. So, So did I sell them bikinis? No. I was like, you fucking ruined it for me.
Fuck
I hate those comments. I was selling I sold one of my drones recently-ish, and I had it up for like, I think it was $500 or $600 or something like that, which is a reasonable price for it. And this guy came on and he was like, I'll offer you $400 for it. And I was like, mate, I'm already selling it like cheaper than I probably should. So no. And anyway, he bargained down to, we got down to like 500 or something like that. And then he is like, you know what? I actually just found this brand new online for like $600 or whatever. I'm not paying 500. I'll pay you 400 for it. And I said to him, I was like, show me the link. I want to see the link. And he sent it to me, and it was my drone, but it was just the slightly less version. There was like a very minuscule thing. If you don't know what you're looking at, you wouldn't know. But basically, my drone was like a 4K drone, and this other one that he was going to buy was the 2K version of it.
Yeah, okay.
And it had like a few little minuscule little differences that it was like to a genuine person who wants to have a good drone would care about it. And he was like, and I said, that's not the same drone. That's a lot less money than my drone. Like my drone was like, you know, $1,000 brand new, and mine's barely being used. So $500. That's it. And he kept arguing with me. He's like, no, it's the same drone. I said, mate, I'm the videographer in this. That's not the same drone. And he argued back and forth, and I was like, I called him out at one point. I'm like, because he was laughing at me because he was like, oh, sorry, man, I'm just trying to stir you up. And I'm like, no, cut the bullshit. I'm like,
what?
Stop. I'm like, don't try to fucking roll me up. I'm like, you're in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Buy it or leave it.
Oh, you get some characters, man, on this buy, swap, sell.
Oh.
You do. You get some very interesting characters.
Yes. Very, very, very interesting characters. But yes. Anyway. You think we should wrap this
guys.
Christmas
It's probably
episode
almost Christmas time.
Yeah.
It is.
Santa's almost here by the time you guys are at this point now.
Exactly.
If you're watching this on the release date,
Yeah, and hopefully you stuck around through all of our bullshit. And I loved it. Actually, you know what? This is a really fun episode.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
It's
lie.
been good.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming on,
No,
Sarah.
I've had a lot of fun. Thanks for having myself and Mila.
That's all right. Can you say goodbye in Mexican at all, or is there a...
There's a lot of inside
no
jokes.
hablo español.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know what I'm coming is what's I'm going now. Yeah.
Oh God, I do need to learn Spanish though. Actually, I got one quick story for you guys. So, I still have contact with Mila's dad in Mexico. We have a really healthy relationship. It's pretty much like co-parenting from afar, right? And we have a really good friendship.
Yep.
And like he will try to come across all that sort of stuff, but we won't go into those details. And because my Spanish is horrible, and for those who don't know, I was also a tour guide in Mexico. I did not know any Spanish. It was an absolute shit show. That's another story. And anyway, so he's video calling me and Bub, and his mom's there as well. And I swear, his English is better, but his mom speaks no English at all.
Yeah.
And I swear I heard them say, because we're talking about like breastfeeding and why Bub's so, chunky and healthy and all that sort of stuff. And I swear they said, like, wanted me to show them my boobs, my breastfeeding boobs. And I was like, maybe this is, I don't know, maybe this is a Mexican thing. They're very out there or something. Like, and I was like, I was going to do it. I was going to show her
You're gonna flash the
I was
mummy
going to
some
flash
titties?
the mum my fucking tits.
Yeah, that's next level.
And I was like, oh, what if they don't mean that? I better not, just in case. And then I just ignored it, try to change the subject. I'm like, nah, fucking surely not. And then we got off the phone call and I messaged him. I'm like, dude, you wanted me to flash your mum my tits? He goes, no. We were just talking about how big your boobs have gotten since breastfeeding. And I was like, that's not what I heard. I said, I nearly flashed your mum my boobs. And he was like pissing himself laughing. So there's definitely, the communication can be challenging at times. Or he sent one message and he's like, my ex-husband. And I'm like, the fuck, I didn't know he was gay. I said, maybe Mila's dad's gay. And there's nothing against that. I'm like,
he didn't say anything as I was pegging him.
You're an idiot. Oh. And then I was like, do you know what ex-husband means? And he goes, yeah, like trying to explain. I'm like, no, that means male, like an actual guy. And then he's like, oh my God, no, I didn't mean this. I had to just little things like that. So every time I see him now, I'll give him shit about being gay,
Yeah. Nice.
Sorry.
That's hilarious.
Nothing against gay people.
No, that's fine.
My best friend's actually gay. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Hey, gay best friend.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
That's so funny.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Guys. Thanks for having me.
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas and
Merry Fistmas.
Merry Fiesta.
Cunts.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a. Anyway, no. Jeez. I'm getting all the ideas.
364 days of Fistmas.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mate, is that not the best porno name?
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway.
Yes.
Sarah's brain's on overdrive at the moment.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I've watched that.
Yeah.
I know. My personality, people do think I actually take drugs, but I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Nah, that's all good. All right. Well, we'll wrap up the episode. Benny, links to everything we do. What is it?
That BJ Show. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, email address, thatbjshow at gmail.com. Even the website.
Yeah, thatbjshow.com.
Website with all the links as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
everything's
sweet.
down there. We actually do. We haven't actually spoken about this for a long time. We actually have a Patreon as well.
Yeah.
Coming towards the end of the year. Look, guys, just full transparency. We haven't spoken about it and we haven't really looked at it, and that's our fault. And maybe in the new year we'll actually sit down and have a look at.
People have asked us for shirts and random stuff, so
that'd be
maybe something we can look at in the future.
Yeah, actually, a quick question I'd like to. I mean, Sarah, if you have any ideas as well, but question for the listeners is, we do want some ideas actually genuinely for merch. Like I had an idea, like any of your favorite quotes from the show that really stood out. I would love to put on a t-shirt with like a little cartoon sort of like Ben and Jay type of thing. Like, so I remember one of my favorite quotes from the show that I remembered was, fuck, I want to be a lava lamp.
Yeah.
You remember that from Taylor's episode?
Taylor.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Like that with like a little me on the t-shirt,
Yeah.
thinking in my
Oh,
head,
yeah.
looking at a lava lamp, being like, fuck,
Yeah.
I want to be a lava lamp.
Mhm.
You know,
I think
that's
that's cool.
that sort of shit. Or like, you know, like, oh fuck, I accidentally used thrush cream on my toothbrush.
Yeah.
Yes, that was me, guys.
Clam juice.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
Who
like,
wants my clam juice?
yeah.
yeah, exactly. Or like maybe we can get some like, you know, a Christmas edition of clothes next year, like a t-shirt or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and then, like, Ben and Jay could be on it, like little cartoon figures putting
I'd love
Christmas
that.
baubles
Yeah.
on a Christmas
Borat
tree.
mankinis. Yeah.
Yeah, hell
And a
yeah.
Christmas hat. Yeah.
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 It'd be
That would
great.
be so cool.
I'll
Mm.
dress as the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then, you know, just whatever we want. So,
Yeah.
you know, come and, think of
Socks.
something.
You've got to get socks
Oh, yeah. Socks would be great, actually. And
Socks.
I would love one of
to
those.
actually wear on your feet, Ben.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get ya.
not-
Yeah.
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 You know those cups that change color as they go?
With the
I'd love to
coffee?
get, with coffee.
The hot water.
When you put the hot water in the cup, it changes color.
That's cool.
I'd love to get one of them and it'd be like, that BJ show. Fuck you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like that
Hell
BJ
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And then when you put the hot water in, it says,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a
Mm.
beer when you put it in ice, the logo changes color, and I can't tell you the name of the beer,
Oh, really?
so I'm just really stirring the plot.
Oh,
yeah,
that's alright.
stirring the pot.
Mm.
Sorry,
That's cool.
but
Yeah.
I'll think of it when I'll message it through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So I
Yeah.
thought that was cool. So you know, if you're getting a hot fucking beer,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, like we have ideas as well for like we're just rambling on now because we can. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is the end of the year. We want to wrap it up in a good way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the next episode that comes out will be in January,
Yeah.
New Year.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good little time. And thank you, Sarah, for coming on, like to reminisce about this really briefly. This is so random, but I actually just thought just in my head now. I'm like, you know what? The time. I mean, personally, like we don't have to run it over.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if we
Yeah.
run the time over a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just been a good year. And I just want to say thank you not only to Sarah, who's coming on the show again for a second time.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to all the other podcast guests that we've had. A couple of them have come on twice as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there anyone that came on 3 times? I know Taylor.
Taylor's been on 4 times, I'm pretty
4?
sure. She's been 4 episodes.
wow.
You're going to have to start come back on.
I
again
need to.
soon.
Yeah.
Well, if you need one for the new year about actual coaching stuff, nutrition, exercise,
Yeah.
you know, not just shit talk, I'd
Yeah,
love to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could probably organise
I
that.
bet-
Yeah.
I do
That's-
have another side to me, believe it or not.
Yeah. You could, to be honest, actually, you could probably even come on as like kind of like we could get some of our previous guests like yourself.
Yeah.
You know, in the new year, we could get you could come on as more of a co-host. You know what I mean? A guest coast.
Yeah.
Coast.
Guest coast.
I'd love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell
You know what I mean?
yeah. I'd
And then,
love
like,
that.
because you know, just a little dip into the future as well. So
Yeah.
you know, we want to look at next year. We're going to start interviewing people that aren't in Townsville because we're Townsville
love it.
based. So
I love that you have supported people in Townsville though. You know, you've got
Yeah.
locals around and I think that's beautiful.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we tried it.
But
We
I
wanted
get
to
what you
make it
mean to
local.
go
Yeah.
expand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's only so many people I suppose you can keep, you know, need to expand your horizons.
Oh well, I mean the other thing too is if we do continue to find more and more people,
Yep.
that like we want to expand it into people we don't know because
Yeah.
a lot of our guests have either been people we know or we know by association,
Yep.
or found like Bart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and next year, 2025, we're going to kick it into a next gear where we do get to speak to other people
Yeah.
that we don't know. And we get to, you know, because the whole premise of our podcast is that we're supposed to be able to sit down, have conversations with people, have respect for them, no matter what their opinions are. So funny you asked that question before about, you know, can you be friends with someone that you disagree with? And that's kind of the whole premise of our podcast.
Yeah.
Like you can disagree with people.
Yeah.
And you just, as long as you have a respect for them and their own opinion, that's the whole point of the podcast. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Different opinions and everything.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah. Anyway,
Thank you to all who have
thank
joined
you
us
very-
this year.
and
Yeah, Sarah, you got to.
Where
You don't have to flip around.
Where the
You can
fuck
look
am
at
I
this camera.
looking?
who cares? In the words
Yeah.
of Home Alone, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in
See
the
you
new
guys.
year.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
they see on social media, they believe.
Yes.
Like,
People are stupid.
It sends me fucking wild.
Bonkers.
Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, mate.
Absolutely fucking bonkers.
Bonkers. Oh,
Fonkers.
Fonkers.
Bonkin funkers.
Yeah.
So basically, 5 red flags. Oh, but wait, he owns a dog, so
Yeah.
He must be a good person.
I'm open-minded. Yeah, but he owns a dog.
Oh,
so
there's friends in his picture.
yeah. G'day, cunts. I'm here with my daughter, and welcome to
I was like, oh, mate.
That's going in the fucking bloopers. G'day, cunts.
I'm here with my potato, and
Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Good job, Seth.
This is going to be a lot of bloopers because my brain right now is fried.
Nice.
Like,
Nice.
It's fine.
That's the best time to get someone to sign a release.
Yeah.
oi, I'll be like, I don't remember saying that.